A set of betel nut offerings and incense shivers in the clear stillness of the world. Whoever is given compassion will return love. Wherever you go, we will follow and share in joy and sorrow. The king of the gods descended with a loud noise from instruments ringing in the sky.
Aliran Kepercyan. Indonesia is a melting pot of peoples, religions, cultures, and traditions. Notably, the Indonesian language, Bahasa Indonesia, is considered one of the easiest languages to learn simply because it is designed as a lingua franca, a trade language. Indigenous traditions of Javanese, Balinese, Bugis, Dayak, and a multitude of other peoples blended with waves of Hindu and Buddhist traditions from South Asia, and again later with Chinese religions and eventually Islam following the 12th century CE. This combination of religions, referred to as syncretism, the blending of two religious forms to make a third, or hybridity, the ongoing interchange between multiple religious traditions and their mutual alteration, is referred to as aliran kepercayaan, the branches of belief. Which beliefs take precedence have troubled scholars for years. Did Majapahit and earlier rulers adopt Indian forms, or did they incorporate Indian imagery into a fundamentally Southeast Asian organization? More recent scholarship downplays this question. All religious beliefs are constantly being adapted and changing to fit new situations, new societies, and new imaginaries. Gamelan. The music of the Indonesian gamelan is chaotic and haunting. It operates on polyphonic synchronism, a layered musical texture where multiple instruments, such as lutes, gongs, and flutes, play different melodies that come together and break apart. Gamelan reached its standardized form under Majapahit, and its performance in Bali retains part of the religious character that it once held. It can be performed with dance, depicting the legends of the region and telling stories often imported in distant years from South Asia, including epics such as the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Gamelan is still practiced in Indonesia and is listed as a UNESCO cultural heritage. Nusantara. Nusantara, or Outer Islands, is the Javanese term for the Indonesian archipelago. Majapahit, and present-day Indonesia, are thalassocracies, states that exert control through dominance of the sea and, often, trade routes. With the Majapahit navy patrolling the waters, independent powers are cut off from all sources of luxury, commerce, religious pilgrimage, learning, and communication. Majapahit extended from eastern Java, much of Sumatra, present-day Malaysia, and parts of southern Thailand, Sulawesi, coastal Borneo, and much of Indonesia's smaller islands. Still, power in the Nusantara always stemmed from the sea, carried to the islands on the planks of Majapahit ships. Wayang. As the Sanskrit epics traveled along monsoon trade routes from South Asia to Southeast Asia, they inspired new innovations in art and expression. One of the most striking is the Indonesian Wayang, shadow puppetry. In a Wayang performance, leather puppets depicting the heroes of the Mahabharata or Ramayana are manipulated in front of a light source and behind a transparent screen to dramatize stories of gods and kings, or other indigenous epics such as the stories of Panji, a Javanese prince. Wayang performances were and, in Bali, are still performed for the benefit of the Hindu gods as well as spectators, while in Muslim Indonesia, Wayang adopts a more literary and cultural form. As with the Greek epics in a Christianized Europe, stories of no longer worshipped gods and heroes still inspire, and performances are held for Muslim festivals as well as secular ones.